Hey YouTube, Jason here with Day Trading Fearless. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. Make sure you guys hit the like button for the algorithm and also subscribe to the channel to get amazing content like this for anything stock market or personal financial education, things like that. So check out my Patreon page where I have a stock dividend and option portfolio, and only to be seen stock market educational videos on the Patreon. So patreon.com/daytradingfearless. Okay, so let's jump right into the video. In today's video, what are fractional shares and how can you trade them, with who, and things like that? What's a good strategy? That's all the things that we're going to go over, right? So first thing, what are fractional shares? So let's think about it this way. If you want to buy a share of Amazon, it's going to cost you $3,000, we'll say, right? Because Amazon's right around the $3,000 level as I record this. Now, with that being said, if you want to buy Amazon, you need $3,000 worth of capital to just buy that one share. Well, you might say, hey, I only have $2,000 to invest, or $1,000 or something like that. And that's where fractional shares come in to be a really good thing, right? For the smaller investor, it's essentially a slice of a whole share, right? So think of it as a pie, right? Like a pie chart, and you just divide each little section up into its own, and you could buy however much or little as you want. So one of the great things about fractional shares is you don't have to do the math. All you say is, hey, let me buy in dollar amounts, right? So let's say I open up my app to buy some fractional shares of Amazon. It'll give me the option to either buy one share, right? Like how much in shares, how many shares, or how much in dollars, right? And that's where the cool part comes in. So let's say you only want to buy 1/30th of Amazon. Well, that would be $100, right? Because 100 times 30 is 3,000, so on, right? So you could buy $100 worth of Amazon. Now, to double your money, Amazon would need to go from 3,000 to 6,000. Nothing changes. Everything's the same. If you buy $10 worth of Amazon, 100 or 3,000, to make it double, you still need the price to double, right? So how much is it to invest? Well, that's what we just kind of went over, right? It's as little as you want, but the minimum the people I kind of refer is Robinhood. I would say Robinhood is the people to do fractional shares with. You can also go through M1 Finance or other companies. I'll leave links down below for the Robinhood and M1 Finance. If you guys want to sign up and use my link, I will get a small commission from it. But those are probably the two best companies. There's also Webull that everybody promotes, but I don't believe they do fractional shares. That's the one problem with Webull. Is I start to kind of think in my head, I'm like, yeah, that's why I never signed up with them, because you can't trade fractional shares. But with Robinhood, they're probably my top person that I would refer, and that's who I personally use to trade fractional shares with, is Robinhood. And again, the minimum would be $1 of any stock. So if I want to buy $1 of Amazon, I could buy $1. So how much is it, and what are the fees? Well, there's 0 commissions because Robinhood doesn't charge a commission. There's essentially no fees. There's no in and out fees. There's no holding, anything like that, especially with Robinhood. So pretty much it's free. Again, if you invest $1, you need stock to go from 3,000 to 6,000 to make $2. So you're not going to get rich, but it's a good way to buy multiple different stocks if you have limited capital. How much must you invest with them? There's actually no limit. Again, going back, you could open up an account, I believe, with like $100 or something. It's not that much money to ACH transfer, and you do have to apply for fractional shares. But once you get fractional shares, dude, you have them, and you're good to go trade. Where to trade them? Robinhood. Okay, again, Robinhood's one of the best. M1 Finance, you can. I'll leave links down below. But it's a great way if you want to start to build your own little portfolio of how to do all that, right? So, and then finally, what's a good strategy to trade with them? Here's the way I personally like it. I like to use fractional shares if I want to dollar cost average on a stock that's falling, but I believe it's going to rise. I don't know exactly where the bottom is, but something like dividend stocks, right? If you're, again, going back, if you're fairly new, you have limited capital. I don't have that problem, but on the dividend side, maybe you want to collect a little bit of passive income, just start to learn to trade, figure out how to do dividend investing, right? Because you could buy maybe $10 worth of AT&T, and every quarter, 3 months, you'll get a dividend, and maybe you get a 2 or 3 cent dividend, just so you can kind of learn. But maybe you buy AT&T, Amazon, and Kellogg, Coca-Cola, and create your own little portfolio. And then if the market goes up, good, you're in. If the market does pull back and starts to come down, you're able to buy more of just the dollar amount. So perfect example would be, let's say AT&T's at $30. Well, instead of, and you only have a couple $100, $200 to trade with. Well, maybe you want to buy $10 worth of AT&T at $30, right? Well, if AT&T drops down to 25, maybe you want to buy $15 worth at a lower amount, and maybe dollar cost average, where those shares, the fractions of the shares you've bought, maybe you now have a dollar cost average of $27.50, we'll say, right? And if it goes to 20, you buy some more, maybe $20 or $30 worth of AT&T. Now you're dollar cost average is $25, right? And then as it goes back up, let's say over a year or two, it goes back up to 30, you've actually made money, and now you own more than one share. So that's the way I like to trade them. I think it's really good to have the ability to trade fractional shares, so you could trade things like Amazon, but not have to use up all your capital, because we all have limited capital. None of us are rich enough to be able to own every single stock as much as we want, right? Of course we want to, but for smaller accounts, that's where fractional shares come in. So I hope that helps. Again, I'll leave links down below. Check out my Patreon page. I appreciate all your support for watching my videos. I hope these are educational for you. You guys could get 1 or 2 nuggets out of each little video to help you along this journey of financial education, financial freedom, and also knowing the stock market and making your life better. So as always, thank you for watching, and we'll talk to you soon.